Yo, fam. What's good, people? What is happening? I thought I'd come on quick, fast. Look at those projections coming in, man. I'm a little bit pumped right now. Bitcoin's doing wonderful things. What's good, people? What is happening? My charts are looking chaotic. Let me sort them out. What's going on, family, anyway? Is everybody all good? I know the music's a little bit live, but it's all good. We turn it down a little bit. What's going on, man? What is happening? Right, listen, I'm at my mother's tonight, so I'm going to give you everything that you need because I know her internet ain't so great. She's just got beef with Virgin Media, man. She won't let me install it. She just doesn't like them. But I'm going to do my hardest. I get her a lease line. That'll really mess things up for her. But what's going on, people, man? We are rested. We are chilled. We are ready to hit the week. Level 1 has been confirmed, guys. Exactly as we wanted it to be. Look at that beautiful... Listen, remember what we said, all right? Jokes aside, keep it calm. 40k in sight, guys. As long as the 40k mark gets completely broken, the 800 EMA, we should be seeing a retrace from that point, but there will be an explosion through the 40k mark. The fact is that they're doing it now, and they're coming out the M5. I know we may have had some news. Some news may be out. W move was textbook, man. They used the weekend to build the bases. They used the weekend to build the bases, man. It's a wonderful feeling. Wonderful feeling. There we go. Wicked, man. What is good, people? Who's in the room? Poker Punch, what's good, man? Sophia, how you doing? Mr. Electron, how you doing, bro? Yeah, new. Caroline, you've got the right idea. Nice little pump up. Monday, false move week beginning. Drop down, consolidate level 2. Rise to the highs on Tuesday. System hack, what's happening? Do you know what's good, though? I'll tell you what's really good is you guys understand why it's happening. We have context behind why it's happening. Let me flip over the screen. Here we go. Change this. Shit. Yeah. Look, remember, market makers use news to move positions, and this is exactly what they've done. If you had have watched the projections video I put out today, the weekly review, all right, we anticipated that a continuation to the upside would be in play. We hit this little projection point of 36,692. I did release the video a little bit late because I was waiting for it to load up because mother's internet ain't so key. But Bitcoin has done exactly what we've needed her to do, man. I'm really happy with Bitcoin. She's broken out of the level 1. She's taken out the previous projection point, which is what we were looking for. That's the key thing. She's taken the projection zone, so it means they're favoring higher prices now. That's what's important. Why has MT4 stopped? Why has it stopped? What are you doing? Can you guys hear me? Is everything... Are we all looking good, man? There's been a pause. Let me flip down to the 15. Yep, still live. Timer's still there. There's just a pause in the market. Why are they pausing? Look at that. It's come way beyond the ADR high. Server's there. Server's working fine. Live. Everything's all good there. Bitcoin's still moving. Let me just see on the other charts. Yeah, I've tried using my mobile phone, guys. I have tried using it, but it will be too slow just to tether off my mobile. Be really slow. Why is there a pause? Okay, so 39,145, 39,1315. Okay, so there's a delay on MT4. There is a delay on MT4. I think it's going to roll out in a second. Actually, let me find on here. There's a delay. What is going on? Let me restart. There has to be an element of a restart here. Sorry about this, guys. Is everybody all good, though, anyways? Everyone all happy? They're trying to do the reset. I know, man. I know. Yes, Monday is always the false move. They sometimes can roll it out until... they can sometimes do the false move on a Tuesday as well. Why is MT4 stalling? This is not right. Because the candle time is moving. Same on the Discord streaming for next. Okay, so it's not me, it's them. That's good. Something's going off. Why have they stalled? This isn't right. Infinex, have you got MT4 on your phone? I think we're going to see a little bit of a gap down. If you've got MT4 on your phone, let me see if it works on mine. If it works on mine, I'll tell you exactly what price it is. That is a big move up in price. Why have they held? Everything has frozen. Nah. MT4 stopped everything, hasn't it? Bybit is lagging also on TradingView. Chart is 2k behind. Yo, are we experiencing something? Dollar yen, I've checked dollar yen. I'm looking at dollar yen right now. Dollar yen has gapped down. But it's not trading. Actually, in one more minute, it might reset. Hold on. In one more minute, it might reset. Because it's the new hour candle. It might actually just reset in one more minute. If it doesn't reset, there's a problem across the board. Everything like gone to shit. Whilst we're waiting for that thing to happen, guys, if we can understand what has happened here, then that's going to help us. Here we go. Volume alert. Yes, I know volume alert. But it's still moving ever so slightly. Come on. It needs to go to 22.05 and then we will know. There it is. Bang. Reset. There it is. There's your reset. We're back in, guys. I fucking... excuse me. I knew it, man. I knew it. Look at them. What they do. Look at that. Now watch this candle, guys. It's going to be quite aggressive to the upside now. It's going to probably try and recover because we are extended. But if this move is solid, then we're going to see 40k. But, oh, God, it's unbelievable how they've hit that zone. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Refresh MT4, guys. Yeah, it was because of the update. That's all. I said 22 minutes past 5, 22.05, and they've done just that. That is wonderful. I'm absolutely delighted. If you saw the projections channel, we did project that this move would come into play. But remember, guys, whether it happens straight away or it takes a little while, the reason being is because if we understand the market maker's intentions, notable volume at the lows, coming in below the peak formation, recovery of this vector candle right here, didn't go any lower. They spiked the low, come back up. They don't want to come back down to this point yet. All right, there's nothing for them because there's a cycle now. They've accumulated, brought price back down, W formation, rise out of the zone, and she's hit the projection point from this little pattern right here. Happy days, and now we're seeing a little bit of a retrace. All right, she's recovered the projection play over here and took out these red candles. The next point is up here, which takes us to the 800 EMA for Bitcoin to go to the 40k, 40.5 mark. That is the next projection point. Right there. Get my little banners, price labels hitting up right there. That's our next projection zone. Range daily high in sight. 42 is what we were projecting for a little while. So now it looks like everything is rolling into play. I hope you guys have managed to see some of this in terms of profit. Has anybody been paid on this move? Type 1. Type 1. If you've been paid on this move. Now remember now, the Moon Boy's coming in. All right, he's coming in now. He doesn't want to miss out. So market makers are going to look to revert price back down because we are extended away from the 50 EMA. All right. Now this move may have a bit of a decent recovery back down to 36. But remember, guys, we've just broken out of level 1. Now level 1 started here. All right. Across here, and it's come out of it. Ideally, I'm waiting for price to come back down ever so slightly and then continuation to the upside to continue level 2. And then we are expecting price to come back down to regulate with the moving averages to consolidate level 2, and then we'll be working a level 3 rise to the upside. So we've got another move yet for the upside. All right, so just sit tight. The 800 EMA is in sight. It's very important you understand that. All right, we're not out of the way yet. No, because you don't say trade weekends. Well done. Now, I'm talking for guys who actually are holding or are playing a position play as such. But if you didn't capitalize on this move, that is fine. Well done. Why? Because we got false move week beginning Monday tomorrow. All right? You want to know that if this move is no fake move to the upside, you'll know that by Monday they will retrace, and then come Tuesday you will see the continuation, because this move, as much as it is broken out of level 1, it needs to be confirmed. Why? We need to see price move away from it and then consolidate above it. All right? This move, wait for the true intention. If price comes back down now, all right, and then over Monday it continues back down to recover the gains from this move, Tuesday will come in, we will see a formation appear in and around this zone here, and then we will know if this move is the market makers not trying to suck in shorts, or should I say, make a fake move to the upside to send Bitcoin all the way back down. What we're looking for is Tuesday to consolidate and move out of the zone. So they got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to just finalize all of the cycle to the upside, and then form a peak formation in and around the 42K mark. And then we will see if they continue from that point higher. All right. So that's what we're looking for, man. Do you know what, Shirash? Even if it is, Bitcoin has done. Isn't it weird how every time we're waiting for a cycle to come into play, it always ends up playing? We always see a cycle. We're waiting for level 1 to be confirmed. If you go and watch Friday's stream, we had the conversation and said Bitcoin will come back down in and around this zone and use the weekend to build a base. And then if there's any information, patrons, you would have got that when I started mentioning about an Elon tweet. All right, they've rolled out an Elon tweet from my understanding, and now price has made a move. All right, they use the news to move price. It doesn't matter what the news is. All right, if the news is designed to be favorable, they'll move price. But also don't get trapped as well. Sometimes the news could be bad and price can still go up. All right, when we see that, that's when you know that person saying what they're saying, it doesn't mean anything for them. All right, it doesn't mean anything for them. So that's really important. But I'm happy for everyone. You don't know why you was unsubbed. Why were you unsubbed? Bro, that wouldn't be me, man. No notifications. I don't understand why you guys aren't getting the notifications, man. There seems to be a little bit of a problem across the board. I don't know if you're pressing the bell for all notifications. I don't know. Some people are having this problem. All right, then. So, the new psychological low and high. You ready, guys? I need to give you those levels. I need to give you those new psychological levels. And from my understanding, I think we have... Oh. Okay. Okay. From what I understand... Wait there. Let me just do something. Is this going to do exactly what I said it was? I cannot believe if it is. I will be so shocked. Wait there. I will be freaked out if it is. And if this is what if this does what I think it's going to do, if I'm about to come into something right now, hold on a second. I need to get rid of this and then get on the psychological levels. Purple, okay. Oh my God, it did it. She did exactly that. Okay, then cool. Listen, what I want you guys to do, all right, is I want you guys to go and watch the last video I uploaded on the projections channel. It's really important you do this, all right? You're going to understand something, okay? On the last video, right, on the projections channel, I pinned it to the chat, all right? Go and join that channel, okay? On that last video, I was talking about this week's current, last week's psychological high and low, and helping you understand the importance of that. In that video, I said that the new psychological high and low will be smaller because I believe that they've obtained enough liquidity in this zone, okay, purely from the vector candles right here, so that the smaller the range, the sooner they're going to want to break out from it, okay? And that is exactly what has happened. Do you understand now the power of these psychological high and low? The market maker has set the range very small. Look at how small the range is. The smaller the range, the sooner they're going to want to come out of it. And now look what's happened. Price has just completely blown away from this small range. This range is what? 12,181 pips. Bitcoin moves, ADR is nearly 30,000 pips. All right, so it's just a third of its normal move to the upside or to the downside. You can see now it has actually got a very small range. They've built the orders they've wanted to build, and then they've moved out of the zone. Please go and watch the last video I done on the projections channel to understand what has happened in and around this zone, okay? Now I'm going to give you these levels. Here we go. So, Bitcoin psychological high. Write this down if anyone could care to write this in the chat just in case people aren't getting it. All right, here we go. Bitcoin psychological high is 36,051. 36,051. The psychological low is 34,763. 34,763. That's the psychological low. Draw a trend line across your chart so it looks like this, and keep that on your charts throughout the whole week. Make them thick, make them bright, because you need to make reference to this zone. Look at how tight that zone was, man. Look at how tight that zone was. Can't believe it. That is unbelievable they did that. We read that well, guys. We actually read that perfectly. They did exactly just that. Small psychological high and low with intentions to break away sooner because they built the orders they needed in and around this zone. Happy days. Right, let's flip over to Ethereum. What's her story? Ethereum. She's done exactly what we needed her to do. Now, listen. I got a few notifications from people in the Patreon, and I noticed it on the Discord that Ethereum has invalidated her W formation. She hasn't. Why? Because although price did break away from this zone, it reversed straight back into it. It still is a valid W formation. It's a variation, guys. Remember, it doesn't always have to be a perfect pattern. All right? But the fact that they spiked lower and then they came back in straight away, all right, means that the pattern is still valid. Okay? Remember that. If it went down lower to the M1, for example, or even 50% of this range right here, the W formation would be invalidated because it's too far away from this point. All right? And if you notice from this point here, right, to this point here, if you look at the difference, you will see that the low of this point here across, and you look left, you will see it barely comes above the previous low from that first leg. So you can see the support is there in and around this zone here. All right. Now, Ethereum, psychological high and psychological low. Here we go. So Ethereum psychological high is 2,415. 2415 psychological high. All right. Psychological low for Ethereum is 2,317. 2317. All right. Ethereum seems to be moving. She seems to be moving above. She's broken the 100, the 50 and the 200. There's a lot of strength here. I'm waiting for this projection point for Ethereum at the 800 EMA. That will likely be taken based on the momentum of this move. This is our area here. All right. We're not out of the woods yet, guys, until this 800 EMA gets taken. Remember that. All right. We can capitalize on these movements, but remember, until we break this point here, there's no cigar moment yet. All right. Let me flip over to XRP. Man, XRP, man, she depresses the hell out of me, man. Ethereum and Bitcoin, they show us those lovely, nice, massive moves. And XRP's trading like a Forex pair, man. It's not going anywhere. Look at their ADR, man. 90 pips. That is terrible. You know, pound yen moves 115 pips. But XRP, Anyway, let's get these psychological high and low for XRP. So, psychological low. Oh, I haven't got them on here, so let me just add them on there. No, I should have them. Let me see. Oh, have I got that? There we go. Yellow, that's why. Okay. Right, let's change that to bright blue. Line width. Let's make it 4. Okay, then cool. Here we go. All right, then. So the psychological levels for XRP are as follows. Look at that zone, man. Look at how small that zone is. So here we go. Psychological high is 0.83. Psychological high for XRP is 0.83. The psychological low is 0.81. Psychological low, 0.81. Get a trend line, draw it across your chart, and leave it there for the whole week. Now you can see XRP is actually performing beautifully technically as well. Look at how the second leg of this big W formation is staying within this zone right here. All right, it's come and tapped the 200 EMA. It's recovered most of this zone right here. We're looking for this projection point to be taken out. We've got this high projection point here for XRP. So I'm anticipating the ADR high of 0.953. That is where XRP should be traveling to, in and around this zone right here, guys. All right. We should see a rise out of the zone, retrace, continuation to the upside. Let's draw our pattern from this point up here. Rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. That's what we're anticipating. She's recovered near enough all the M4, M1, all the way to M4 projection. So that's fine right there. So Bitcoin, let's have a conversation. I can't believe how well Bitcoin's done. PC Shed, how you doing, my friend? Are you in the room? Moon Boy, driver's room, what's good? Now we're confirmed. Does this mean that psychological high will be a very powerful support? Correct, Crypto Maniac. That is very true. The psychological high and low for Bitcoin, you can see that's the psychological low right there. Let me just bring this chart over to you. Oh, wow. Look at that for projections, guys. Look at that. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. Happy days. Wonderful. I'm so proud of Bitcoin. Whoa, sorry. Okay, so look, this is the psychological high and low, these two big green lines here. Bitcoin can come all the way back down to this point here as a candle recovery, all right? Or they may complete the cycle first and then bring it back down here. So we may see a level 3 rise, big peak formation, and price will come back down in and around this zone to reset the move, all right? But if price does come back down here on Monday, they may bring it back down. Monday, false move week beginning, drop price, and then Tuesday we'll see the return of that zone. All right. Questions. Level 1 confirmed. So psychological hard support. Yeah, Crypto Maniac. I've read that. Okay. I agree with Derek, man. This is nothing yet. Bitcoin is going to be some big moves. Praetorian, how you doing? Sack Trades, what's good? There's PC Shed. I know, PC Shed. I know. Do you know what it is, PC Shed? I just hate the fact that she's such a conservative coin. She just doesn't do much. But when she moves, she moves. I know you know that. And you know I know that. Well, I hope I give the impression that you think I know that. I'm going to check that out, System Hackman. Look, Stream Team Memes, listen. It's not that you should never trade at the weekends. If you are proficient in this strategy, okay, and you understand how it works, naturally, you just probably won't trade at the weekends. Unless you see something that is going to trigger a high probability of the move happening, then granted, you understand the strategy, you understand yourself as a trader, take your trades and be responsible if it doesn't go your way. You know? George W. Cush, what's good, man? Are Bitcoin psychological levels are the same as last week? They can't be. Surely they can't be. 300 billion comes back in place since the beginning of the pump. Wonderful. Are we Lambo now? Yes, I agree, PC. Trading should be boring. It certainly is. Anybody new coming into the stream? Welcome to Traders Reality. We are a family here, man. We are a family of traders. All right. We're out to just understand the great market makers. They are our friends, believe it or not. We love the market maker. All right. But we know their trickery. We know their manipulative ways. And yes, we are human. We sometimes get caught up into that. But the fact is, we have an awareness of it. 95% of traders lose in this game because they think they're up against indicators versus indicators. You're up against a business model, guys. You're up against a tool for the market makers to move money from one place to the next. You want to try and step in their playground and demand to be the bully? Nah. You're going to be made to do laps in this game, guys. You will be humbled. Let me tell you that. If you don't approach trading with an element of respect, I trust that you will be out of this game very soon. Yeah. Mad love to all of you guys. Link up soon. Yes, we're doing the reveal soon, guys, as well. All right, we do it in stages. We get the reveal done, and then we will get a link up. Mike is serious, right? Mike is serious about setting up a cruise. We've been blessed. Mike has worked previously in areas where he's seen many a few celebrities. He knows people that can arrange that sort of thing, and I know there's other people that can help us arrange it as well. So yeah, we're going to have the Traders Reality Cruise, guys. That's going to happen. I promise you, it will happen. And that's not me talking BS as well. We'll have enough people to instigate it and set it up. And we'll all talk charts. Nick Foster, I'm happy for you, man. Robert Mental Porn. Do I think Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin? Right, listen, if you've been keeping up with the streams and you've been watching the projections channel, all right, you will understand that Bitcoin has been the dominating coin. It has been dominant in terms of price action, in terms of the psychology across the board. Everyone's talking about Bitcoin. Only last month, it was Ethereum. Now it's Bitcoin's turn. And I hope XRP steps in as well. Sorry, PC Shed, man. I know I'm coming across as I'm not patient, but yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, all the Bitcoin shorters, the people that are talking about Bitcoin's crash, it ain't crashing, man. This is Crash Bandicoot movements, man. Bouncing. That's what this is. But just pay attention here. I know we're a little bit pumped and what have you, but just pay attention to actual price action right here. No 50 EMA, no nothing. All right? Just look at how look at this level 1 rise. So you've got a W formation down here, which looks like an inverted head and shoulders. All right? Price rises out of the zone, consolidates. This is the consolidation that you want. You want this consolidation. Nice controlled zone. W formation, pattern within a pattern. You can have patterns within levels, guys. All right? Don't think you can't have patterns within levels, because you can. All right? You could even take that as an M pattern, drop, W formation, rise. You see how they appear all the time, because they know people are trying to trade these sort of things. Double tops, double bottoms, and what have you. Yeah? But understand it's psychological patterns, guys. All right? They're not technical patterns. They are psychological patterns that show us a formation. So important you understand the difference between the two. Yes, I know, and today's movement is because Steve has actually managed to buy 89 cents worth of Bitcoin. So he's moving the market, guys. Steve has stepped in. If you don't know who Steve is, please head over to the Discord and you'll understand who Steve is. PC shed. As if you said that. It's all love, man. It's all love. It is all love from my end. But yeah, projections have been taken, guys. That's what's important. Our projection zones have been taken. But what I want you to do is this, all right? We can be king for a day. But listen, in order to understand what has happened from here to this current point here, I need you to go back and watch the last few streams. They are not long streams. I've actually reduced the amount of time. Go back and watch from last Sunday. Watch the streams. Go and watch the projections channel. Not because I need you to get my views up. I don't care. It's because you are seeing the content. You are seeing the hybrid strategy playing out in real time. All right, I'm giving you the evidence of before and after. This is how you're going to learn this strategy. When you see the conversation, listen to the conversation that I'm having with you guys every single evening. Here we go from last weekend when we welcomed the open of the market, psychological high and low. So go back to the stream on the 6th, go back on the 6th of this June. Watch that stream. Then the next day, we don't stream on the Monday. Okay, actually, no, we did. I think we did stream on the Monday. But then what happened is we were waiting for the first leg to form on Tuesday. Price came back up on the Tuesday. You're going to understand the importance of why price recovered more than 50% of its previous move to the downside and why that was a very important thing. Then we saw the main move from Tuesday rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. This V pattern played out. If you understand when I was saying in the streams last week that if this V pattern has strength, it will continue higher, she did just that. I don't want you to just come to these streams to not understand what is being applied here. People are coming and they're watching and they're understanding and they're changing their lives for it. And that I'm humbled and grateful for that, because that's exactly the intention that I had in the first place. I wanted to see if I could teach people to trade. All right. And I'm doing just that. All right. By giving you these streams, giving you the time. But I need the time from you guys. All right. It's all here for you. I'm asking you to watch 5 videos. Forget the last streams. Watch the last week's videos from Sunday till now to understand the development of all of this move. All right. And when you do that, the moments that you get, the click moments, they will come to you swift and fast. Then you'll come to the hard right of the chart and you'll know exactly what to expect from here. All right. I'm serious with you guys. We can be victorious, but we are not going to allow victory to defeat us. That is Bane. Yeah. Good old Batman and Bane. Victory has defeated you. I ain't going to allow you guys to get into that situation. All right. You know, maintain humility in this game, guys, because at a moment's notice, you can be flipped and all your efforts can be thrown in the pan if you're not sharp. All right. I don't set stop losses, Samir. The reason I don't set stop losses is because I'm revealing my hand. Plus, I'm not in a trade long enough to set a stop. Sometimes if I'm holding bigger positions and I'm holding them for a longer term, I'll put in a really wide stop. Enough to say, why is there even any point in putting a stop? But every time I place a trade, like building a position, if I can go to sleep at night and be okay with that, then I know that my exposure is fine. I'm okay with that exposure. That's all good, man. John Wilson. John, how you doing, bro? Listen, man, pay yourself. Yeah, Derek, listen. The V pattern, when it works, it really does work. All right? It really does work. But they've used news to move price. But look, this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. If you understand this concept that I'm about to tell you, right, you'll understand that what you're going to think is, if the news didn't come out, would price still go up? Yes, it would. Why? Because we're in a cycle. They've made it obvious that we are in a cycle. Why? Because they've come away from this zone. All right? They've moved price away from this zone. Forgive my chart, guys, but I just need to help you see it, man. It looks crazy because we got projections coming out all day. All right? But the fact is, they came away from this zone. Now, this zone tested a previous area that it was once at. And that is where notable volume came in and they showed interest. So the same interest came in again. And they moved away from that point. All right? When they move away from that point and they consolidate, you have your first level, which is level 1. As long as price stays in and around this zone, you know the level is valid. Even if it comes all the way down to this point right here, it is still a valid formation. All right? But what they've done is they came back and recovered the vector candles. Why I'm saying to you to go back and watch the previous videos is because we talk about the development of price coming back into this zone. So important that you understand the discussion between the vector candles. Even the projections channel today on the weekly review, we said it would come back and recover these red vector candles. Granted, it did. I released the video a little bit too late and price had recovered it, but we have said that in the past. And that's what I need you to understand, because what I discuss in there is the understanding of why price needed to come back into this point. All right? Now, the reason why we understand it was going to go higher with or without this information is because we were in level 1. They had accumulated their orders and now they're seeing a return and consolidating and building more orders. The fact that these vector candles here didn't break down lower and it recovered the previous vector candle down here and they formed a a W formation down here with this stopping volume candle. Look at how they touched the support zone right there. Look at that support right there. Bang, and moved away, which is in line with the psychological high and low. All right? And then they moved out of the zone with this information. If they didn't have this information, they would have slowly moved out of the zone. But it's always weird, isn't it? How they always release this information at the right time. It's crazy, isn't it? Why is it they release this information just in time for us to finalize another move to the upside? Do we know something? Do we know something? Because if you watch the previous streams, you'll start to see a pattern like this, man. Why is it when Elon tweets something, price is coming down to test a very important zone, and it tests it and moves away from it? You'll pick up on these patterns, guys. You will pick up on them. I'm just reading your comments. The 800 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, yes, is the 200 EMA on the 4 hour time frame. Andreas, yes, I agree with you. These markets are manipulated. For the guys, not for the trained eye, it isn't. We understand where the manipulation is. The way you avoid being liquidated is you don't have too much money exposed. That's the simplest thing. Nah, Jaga, listen, I ain't going to give you no entry right now. There will be no entry. I will not place a trade on a Sunday or a Monday. Nada. Ain't going to happen. I want you to understand it for yourself. No worries, CDOG. C-Dog. The ADR is the average daily range that Bitcoin can travel in one session. Bitcoin has exceeded that ADR. No, it hasn't. Sorry. Bitcoin has actually, from the open right here, Bitcoin has achieved 34,729 pips. So it's exceeded its ADR by nearly 4,500, nearly 5,000 pips. All right, we are expecting a retrace back into the fray. White vinegar. Use white vinegar, distilled vinegar, bro. Can we expect 40 update patrons again? If so, I need to prepare mentally. Crypto Maniac, you will get those same 40 video updates, my friend. If you don't get 40, you'll get 35. Yeah, as long as if price is not behaving the way we need her to behave, then we will, you know, we will calm it down a little bit. All right, but I'm gonna make it. Listen, if there's anything that I think that you need to know, all right, I'm gonna get on and do a video for you. All right. And what's good is that I've actually put all that information. I'm actually saving it all. I've got myself two 14 terabyte hard drives. Okay, got 28 terabytes, and I'm just gonna put everything that's on the YouTube channel, everything in Patreon. I'm gonna put it all onto these hard drives and just keep them just in case, man. All right, gotta prepare ourselves. You know, expect the unexpected. That's the nature of this game. Could this divergence indicate they're planning to go back up heavy markup phase? Hexstatic, that is a valid question. Very valid. Listen, when you watch the previous streams, you always hear me talking about fractional disparity. And that effectively means when Bitcoin moves up and Ethereum holds, it means that they're favoring to move Bitcoin first and then Ethereum at some point will follow afterwards. All right? So you can gauge where the interest is. Some forms of fractional disparity that we found in the streams is when Bitcoin holds, Ethereum moves up. And then when Bitcoin moves, Ethereum continues to move. So it's like they're moving money and they're holding. And the reason why I'm saying this, why this is important, because in Forex, there is a concept of fractional disparity when they move the majors against the crosses. All right. So 1 week, you'll see dollar yen not moving, Euro USD not moving. All right, and GBP USD not moving. But then you look at the other currencies and you see GBP yen, you know, Kiwi yen, Aussie dollar, all minor currency pairs are starting to move. But then the other week, the next week that could come, you'll see all the majors moving and the minors not. There is such a thing as when they start moving money from one thing to the next. They move something first and then they'll let the others hold and then move them at another point. It's like when Bitcoin moves, the alts should move. People are expecting the altcoins to move. Why is there sideways market? It's because Bitcoin right now, the fractional disparity is Bitcoin is holding precedence. All right. People, when they're interested in cryptocurrency, they're not going to come to the altcoins. They're going to go straight to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's in the news. Everything is about Bitcoin right now. All right. Which is why you're seeing the wilder, volatile moves in Bitcoin, because it is emotionally driven. All right. If we were to think that this market is technically driven, you are wrong. Because that principle says that if Bitcoin moves, the alts should move as well. All right. But that's not always the case. Remember, if enough people are thinking of something, market makers are going to exploit that. I had a conversation with someone. They were saying that, is it possible that there is more than one market maker? Remember, it's pools of liquidity that they decide to push. If they put it into the altcoins, they put it into the altcoins. There is always a market maker for everything. It's an algorithm. All right. There's no individual person sat at the charts just typing in orders as a market maker. They are high frequency traders. They have computer programs that are designed to execute trades for everybody or process all the orders that come in from across the exchanges. They all work off one central network. All right. This is it, SV. Did you think we left Wyckoff accumulation and leave the bearish sentiment thinking about again entering? Let me tell you something about the Wyckoff concept. All right, the Wyckoff concept tells you that as a cycle, this is what should happen. But the one thing that the Wyckoff method doesn't really incorporate is time. All right, time of trading. For example, don't place any trades during the Asian market. You wait for the most liquid time of the day. You wait for, no, of course it does factor in time, but it doesn't really focus too much into the concept of time. We look at time. Why do we trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Because they're the key days in the marketplace. All right. Monday's a false move week beginning. Friday, they build the base or they make a run for profit. You don't see any activity on those 2 days. Why do we factor in the New York reversal? Where's that in the Wyckoff distribution method? Where is it? All right. Where do they factor in that the Asian session builds a certain zones for the UK market to either exploit or add to? Right? They don't factor in the daily open. They don't factor in the psychological high and low for the day. They doesn't factor in the vector candles. Doesn't factor in anything. It's a cyclical method. All right. Granted, if you do zoom out, all right, you can draw out the Wyckoff distribution method. And am I rinsing off the distribution method? No, not at all. All right. But what I'm saying to you, there are different practices. This strategy, principally the cycle of price, is based on the Wyckoff distribution method, but you don't really hear me talking about the method itself. A lot of my focus is on the candlesticks. You'll understand the reason why candles come back into a point. The vector candles recovery down to this green vector. Now the red vector candles getting recovered by this green vector. Why are we seeing this relationship happen over and over again? Which is why I say to you, watch the streams, because you are training your eyes to understand when the likelihood of price coming back to a vector. Look at this green vector candle right here. Funnily enough, it recovered this red vector candle right here. And this red vector here gets recovered by this red vector, this area right here. If you've got that Excel sheet that I put up in the Patreons and in the Discord, you'll know the green candle, red candle formation on the 1 minute time frame. Look at it on here. Green candle, red candle formation implies a short. Bang. Look what happened to price. It dropped. Yeah. I've studied these candlesticks a long time. They don't just happen by accident. It's no fluke that these candles get recovered all the time, guys. It's because we understand what is happening behind these candlesticks. This is not an indication of volume. It's an indication of the amount of times price exchanges hands in and around this candlestick. Now, the only people that can actually influence a big move like that, when the volume of how often tick charts, the tick price changes, is your market maker. He's the only guy that can achieve that. So you know you can see market makers' presence with these candlesticks. You know that it's market makers that are inducing the moon boy to step in to raise price. Yeah? Why do the market makers give us access to vector candles if they are such good indicators? Look, it's not that they give us this. It's because the market maker can't hide his footprint. They are moving and showing their intention in plain sight. All right? What did that French artist say? One of the greatest illusions that ever happened in the world was the devil convinced us all that he doesn't exist. Yeah? The greatest misconception of time. All right? That's the same principle here. You don't think it's possible, but they have to show their hand. They can't hide their behavior, guys, to the trained eye. All right? Because people translate these candlesticks differently. Yeah? People don't play out. For example, look at this big green candlestick. It probably triggered a lot of people to go long. Look what price did. It came back. If you go back and watch the streams, all right, and especially you Patreons, the Patreons, you knew this candle was a fishy candle, all right? Now, if we were conventional traders, we'd be going long on this candle, but we understand whenever we see this big green candle, we know market makers are building shorts, all right? So we didn't fall for that madness. A lot of other people did, yeah? So many people would have seen that as a bullish engulfing pattern. It engulfed all these previous candles. That is strength. So why on earth did it drop back down straight after? Why? If that is a bullish candle, why on earth did it come back? Because people are told the wrong thing. You are taught the wrong thing. Yeah? When you see this out of the blue, this green candle pops up, people are buying, man. That's a signal to some people. That big green candle is a signal. But why did it come back? Because we understand something. Look at how they trapped you. Price came back down to the daily open. It shows a positive outcome at this point here because it's shown support at the daily open. Shows a bounce off the from the 13 EMA. Shows support from the 50 EMA. Happy days. All right. People went long on this candle and got squashed out. Very unfortunate. I hope you're getting it, man. Reading your comments is funny. Reading your comments is funny. Yeah, a bullish market is only an emotional thing. It doesn't mean anything. You know, I post videos and charts and pictures on the Patreon, but during the week on the Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, that is when I upload the most because it's the most busiest time. If you guys are going to start trading, you trade the most busiest time in the week. And that is London Open, which is 8 a.m. pre-market, 8 a.m. GMT. And you trade the London New York cross, which is 2 p.m. GMT. Well, 2:30 p.m. GMT. When New York opens, when the futures markets is open as well. That's the best time to trade because it's the most liquid. If you go back and watch the streams from this week, last week, these moves happened on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's when you got the bulk of these moves to the upside. Then look at Friday, nothing. Yeah, it's got a little spike on the Friday night, spike down. Saturday, nothing. Sunday, here we are, starting of the week. Would you be open to a private? Yes, price must come back down to the 50. Don't feel stupid, Tobin. Don't feel stupid. How many people is it their first time coming into this stream? Please let me know if it's your first time coming into the stream. Yes, if you do become a patron, there's one thing I will say. Do not join Patreon towards the end of the month. You join at the start of the month. So if you do decide to join now, I thank you. You will have all access to everything that has been posted. Go back and view everything. It's going to be a bit of a workload for you, but what? Do you want to understand how this game works? You go back and watch everything. All right? There are videos you can download. There are documents that you need to download. There are PDFs that you need to go through. I give you absolutely everything. It's your first time here. Is the volume kind of low? Let me know if it's really low, guys. Can you hear me? I'm probably moving away from it. Okay, then. So, all right. So, for anybody... Okay. Right then, cool. So, let's have a conversation. Right, all the new people. All right, thank you very much for passing through. Do you think Bitcoin, what do you have trouble with, man? If you have trouble with your Patreon account, I don't know. I can't help anyone with that, man. And it's really frustrating. Patreon make it so that you have no choice but to go over to them to ask them, and then they will tell you if I can do anything about it, which is a bit crap, really. But all right then. So the new guys, listen. This channel is designed to help you understand how this game works. If you have been trading before, then all your conventional wisdom that you understand about trading will be thrown out the window. All right? You need to come to this stream with an open mind. Okay? With an open mind. Reason being is because the reason why 95% of traders fail in this game is because you're all doing the same thing wrong, right? It is just the way they trap you guys and make you believe something, like I was just explaining a moment ago about this green vector candle right here. Okay? See, this is how a lot of people look at charts. All right? Let me bring up just a boring chart right here. All right? Look at this. If I just bring up a chart for cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and change everything to this, get rid of that, zoom in a little bit. Okay, so this is how people tend to look at charts 9 times out of 10. You can change up the color of everything, so I will change the color so it's a common thing. Bull candle green, bear candle red. Universally, these are the colors that you see. Actually, let me change this over to bar up. Right there, bar down, change that to white right there. Okay, cool. All right, so this is how people tend to see price. Still not clear. Still not clear. Let me get a dark green. There you go. Jesus, that hasn't even made any difference. Anyway, green and red candlesticks. That's how people tend to see things. Look at this big green candle here. Conventional wisdom tells you that is a bullish candle. Price favors higher prices, but then the next candle pulls straight back. But so many people felt like they were missing out on this candle here. They wanted to get in. But then when you flip over to the our chart, which looks a bit chaotic, but there's a reason for that. When you look at our chart right here and you see this big green candle right here, we understand that when price is rising, the market maker is building shorts. How many of you new guys, right, think that when price is rising, it means that the buyers are in control? New guys, all right? I want to know, how many of you think that when price rises, it means the buyers are in control? Type 1. Peak formation, you know what's coming, bro. Just in the mean, the 50 EMA, the difference is it just is the price coming back into the zone. All right. I know there's a little bit of a delay. You didn't think that good? So how many of you think that when price is rising, it means the buyers are in control? Type 1. Cryptomaniac, bruv. Listen, I've got to address my new audience, man. Just so everyone sack trains. Okay, type up. Yep. Okay, 1. Just be honest with yourselves here. Yep. Yep. Please not again. It's coming for you. Okay, then, cool. Here we go. You're probably noticing a lot of people are talking about the jumper story. This is something that I explain every single time that I address new members in the YouTube channel, you new people that are coming through to the stream, sorry. But it's very symbolic. You need to understand this. All right? Hallelujah. All right, listen, guys. Right. When price is rising, we believe that it's because the buyers are in control. But let me tell you, supply and demand doesn't work in this place. There's no such thing as supply and demand. All right? Because by the principle of supply and demand, you're saying to me that when this candle stopped here is because everything, you know, the moon boy decided to pull back and say, yo, listen, we can't allow price to keep going high, man. That's not right. We need to pull price back. No. The moon boy will never pull back. He is always out for price to keep rising. He wouldn't obtain the title, all right, of moon boy if he thought it would ever come back down, all right? When price rises, the sellers are in control. Because as a buyer, before you can buy something, someone has to sell you something. And the only person that can achieve that is the market maker. You can't just step into a marketplace and think that there are contracts there ready for you to buy. No, the market maker matches your liquidity with his. Why? Because as a buyer, when you want to realize a profit, where do you think you take the money from? You take the liquidity from the contract that has been sold to you. Likewise, when you sell your position at a loss, all right, when you sell it, the market maker buys it back and he gets the profit. He takes your money away. All right. If you were to go into a shop and the store guy was standing there and there's nothing to sell in this shop, and you go to him and say, can I buy something from you? And he says, I've got nothing to sell. What do you think's going to happen? Nothing. Right? If there's nothing for you to buy, that means there's no one there selling to you. You can't buy anything if no one can sell anything to you. Okay? Which is why supply and demand doesn't work in this marketplace. But people apply that concept and they think that they can use it in the marketplace right here. It doesn't work. There is always a supply because the market maker makes the market. The reason why he stops price at this point here is because he's obtained enough liquidity trapped in this area with the belief that price is going to continue higher. And in order for him to see a profit on his shorts, because he doesn't buy at the highs, he buys at the lows, right? And he doesn't buy his shorts when price is dropping. He buys his shorts when price is rising because they want to get the highest possible price for their shorts because they know they can close them at a lower point later. All right. So when price is rising, the market maker is giving you guys the liquidity to open your buys because you're hopeful that it's going to continue higher. Whilst he's doing that, he's building his shorts at the same time, which is the opposite of what your contract is as a buyer. Then when he decides to stop, when he wants to see a profit on those shorts, he uses the liquidity from the guys who have been buying and he moves price back down and starts hitting the liquidation points and the stops from the guys who entered long in and around this zone here. All right, that's how he gets that liquidity, which is why price always comes back. When you see a vector candle, it will always recover it because the market maker is building shorts. So let's look at this setup right now. They've moved price higher. They've come out of the zone. They've opened shorts and closed longs at the same time. As price develops, we will see their intention by them recovering back these green vector candles. So they're opening their shorts now, making a profit as it comes back down. And then when price stabilizes and comes back down to the 50 EMA, we will then see them reverse and do the same thing again. Remember, when they rise price, they're getting their shorts filled at the highest possible point. And then when it pulls back, they are opening longs again and closing shorts at the same time. Let's start this strategy. Just short, fast green candles and long fast green. Super Google Lee, listen, that'll be a tricky strategy, but if you're going to try that, do it as light as possible, my friend. You posted something about the MMs in Bitcoin technical analysis at Discord. It's too long to post it here. Comments, I beg. Bro, can you do me a favor? Can you message it me in the Discord so that I can read it? Because I hate reading through on the Discord and people putting comments and what have you. Send it me as a message in the Discord, bro. I'll read it and I'll discuss it, man. JJ, how do they close and open shorts at the same time? They do it in thousands and thousands of transactions. Remember, market makers, right? They're not they are people. They are human beings, okay? But they have high frequency trading algorithms that apply these executions of price. Remember, if you come to a market maker with an X amount of money and say to him, I need to move $500 million worth of coin, for example, no, $500 million worth into dollar yen, for example, market maker will take that money, right? And he will filter it into the system. He will match it with other transactions. So for everyone, if there is a contract block that you know, needs $10,000 in order to, this is all done at speeds of light, right? But if there's a contract batch, right? So let's talk in Forex. If there is lot sizes, okay, that need to be fulfilled. So if there's 99 lot sizes, and in order to achieve a block, there is, you know, 10 more lots needed, they'll take those 10 lots from that 500 million and match it. And they will do this continuously. They'll do it with 10,000 lots, 100,000 lots, whatever. They use liquidity to match up people's orders. I don't want to confuse the hell out of you guys, but it's just high frequency trading. It's computers designed to process orders by the minute, thousands of orders by the minute, which is where you get the up and down in price. All right. So the reason why they can close longs and build shorts at the same time is because they're using that liquidity. They're using the liquidity from the buyers and from the sellers, and then that's how they move price. If you go back in the streams, you'll understand, man. It's all there for you. Thank you very much, John, man. Didn't have to do that, bro, but thank you so much. It's a crazy music crazy for you today. Sorry, I'm turning it right down for you. All right then. Discord doesn't let you message me, huh? It should do. I'll check it out for you, bro. I'll check it out for you. All right, so Monday, right? Listen, Monday is a false move week beginning. Now, depending on how Sydney and Tokyo and Hong Kong take this information that's come out, we will see a retrace. But if the information is like crazily adopted, then Bitcoin can just continue higher. But even when Ethereum was making its run to the upside, she did consolidate. She only consolidated ever so slightly, but this is a very sharp move to the upside. We do need price to come back down, all right? The earliest that it will come back down, if I drop down to the 15-minute time frame, all right, price will come back down to the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, which is the 13 EMA on the hour time frame, all right? So at some point, we should see price come back down to the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, all right? But it all depends on what Sydney does. So this is where I'm projecting price to go, guys. All right. Let's zoom out. Remember, we've just broken out of a zone. Okay, we've just fulfilled a projection point. What happens whenever price comes to a projection zone? What happens? I want to know if you understand it. What happens? Not every vector candle needs to recover. It doesn't. It always does it always recovers. When is the question? Always retrace. There you go. How can the blow off top be explained with the market maker strategy? They've obtained enough liquidity for their shorts at the highest possible price so that they can see a return on those orders. There you go, retrace correction. Cool. The 50 EMA is this blue line, this big thick blue line in the chart. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So yeah, they will always... So listen, this move... It's broken out of this previous zone and it's hit the projection point. We expect to retrace back. They need to absorb some of the orders here. If this information that's come out is going to trigger the market to continue higher, price will be very extended. Look at the RSI. Completely outside the volatility band. We are expecting the RSI to point back down to form a shark fin-like formation and break down below the volatility band, come back and test the market base, which is this yellow line here. All right. We're expecting the retrace. Just look closer and you'll see what's happening. You can see it's starting to pull back. Drop down to the smaller time frames. What can you see? They are starting to pull price back down. Yeah, they want to bring it back even down to the 5-minute time frame. They'll bring it back down to the 50 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. which you bring it onto the 50-minute time frame, will be the 13 EMA. It is very extended, guys. We are expecting a retrace now. All right. They've induced the traders to step in. They've got the liquidity trapped. And now we're going to look for a retrace. Monday, we'll see the retrace back down into the zone to regulate price. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see a continuation to the upside. That's how it works. All right. Because they can't keep raising price higher and higher in such a sharp format. Because it will, in the end, no one will start buying because they'll have the fear of it coming back down. When the moon boy starts to think it's going to retrace, all right, that's the market maker would be out of there by then. All right. He doesn't want the moon boy to think it's going to retrace. He wants to maintain the moon boy's thought of it to still continuing up to the upside, because it's the moon boy's liquidity that the market maker uses to start the move to the downside, because the moon boy sets a stop loss. The moon boy has a liquidation point. The moon boy will buy the dip. He will always be encouraged to do the opposite of what the moon boy is. All right. This is why I always say to you guys, before you place an entry, okay, always ask yourself, what does the market maker want the retail trader to think? And you'll see now that price will recover this green candle. And if it recovers this green candle at this point, we may see even support at the 5 EMA, and it will bounce back, you know, continue back up again. All right. But remember, it is a bank holiday, I believe, in Japan. So we're going to be down a liquidity pool. So we could see some wild movements, guys. All right. Don't trade Sunday, Monday. Tina, do I have a guess for tomorrow's YouTube titles? Yeah. Tomorrow's YouTube titles. Here we go. Bitcoin to 190,000. Ethereum to 71,000. XRP to 5 million. Bitcoin bullish market in full play. That's just crazy ass things, man. It's great. They see price break away from the 50 EMA on the hour time frame, and they can determine that Bitcoin's now going to go to 90k or 100k because it actually moved within its ADR, right? Bitcoin's ADR for the session is 29,579. It's actually now 34,237. Because it's made that sort of move, Bitcoin's going to go to 90k. You know, and it's stupid. It is stupid. All right? It doesn't make sense. That's how you know these people, they're not looking at things correctly. Everyone's a moon boy. And you know what? I've got nothing but love for moon boys. Why? Because they're the guys that give us the liquidity, man. They're the reason why price retraces the green candle. They're the reason why price retraces back up to the red candle. Do you understand? We have to embrace the moon boy, because if it wasn't for him and his irrational behavior and his emotional state of mind when it comes to the charts, there would not be any trading, guys. So please, can we show some respect and love to the moon boy? Because without him, we wouldn't have rise, retrace, continuation to the upside, guys. And that's me being sincere. I ain't taking the mick here. I'm being sincere. All right? It's already started. 100k videos again. I think it's great. I think it's great. All right? I think it's great. It's true, man. And this is, look, Bitcoin, what's he said? Hold on, what did BitBoy say? Already made a video about Ethereum to 85k. Like, I mean, come on, man. That's just, look, if you're saying that Bitcoin can go to 85k from now, okay, let's look at, let's factor in the reason why you would say that. Well, let's consider this. Not just to aim at anyone, but just let's look at the logic behind why someone would say Bitcoin would go to 85k. The only reason why I think someone would say that is because if you were to say Bitcoin to go to 85k within 2-3 years, that is very plausible. We're at 40k now, near enough. We were at 60 not so long ago. It's plausible to say Bitcoin can get to 85K. All right. But when you see some channels that turn around and say Bitcoin, you know, to 150K, well, you know what? Maybe that could be a possibility. But we want to know what's happening now. We don't want to talk about what could happen at the throw of a whim, making a wild assumption. At some point, Bitcoin may get to those levels, guys. All right? There's no two ways about it. Cryptocurrency hasn't been fully adopted. And once it does get adopted, it's going to go crazy. The fact that Warren Buffett has now stepped in and invested in the cryptocurrency bank in Brazil, that is pretty much the green light for Wall Street to step in. Because whatever Warren does, Wall Street does. Okay? When he talks, they listen. When he invests, they invest. Now, this is why there's all this regulation around cryptocurrency, because Wall Street needs that regulation. Okay? You watch what happens now. 2017 in cryptocurrency, everyone was thinking that the 2017 bear market, whatever, is going to be triggered now. I'm sorry, but there's too much money behind cryptocurrency now to allow it to completely drop. Too many people have come in and brought cryptocurrency and stacked it into cold storage. Why? Because they're going to come and inflate its value on the exchanges and trade it against the US dollar. All right? Contracts for difference. That's exactly what's going to be happening. All right? Get it in cold storage, come to the exchanges with a bag of money and start inflating its price. That's how they're going to do it. All right? You watch. Once Wall Street starts putting up columns in the Wall Street Journal about cryptocurrency, if they haven't done already, boy, you're going to see a different kind of thing. That's why they're trying to step in and regulate the volatility in cryptocurrency. They're going to do exactly what they did to Forex. Forex is a $6.5 trillion and counting market. It's the most liquid market in the world. Cryptocurrency stepping into the $1.82 trillion. It's nearly there. All right? And it's only with mass adoption that it's going to get there. Look at what cryptocurrency can do. If the coins themselves go to the pot, what about the business behind each coin? Look at Ethereum, the blockchain. Right? There are so many coins out there that have got technology behind them that are designed to serve a purpose. So if the crypto trading aspect fails, there's a business model behind the coin itself that serves a purpose. Right? Google stepping in, showing an interest in certain coins. Facebook stepping in. What? Where was that? Where was that back in 2017? It was never heard of. Now, all of a sudden, you've got all these big players stepping into cryptocurrency. They take it out of an exchange and put it into a hard wallet. Yeah, I think they will skyrocket price before they come to a regulation. But it all depends on the regulation. It all depends on the regulation, man. Is the regulation behind how the money is transferred between exchanges? Are there going to be fees? Are the fees going to increase? Is there going to be a regulation on how volatile price can be traded at? You know, because they know that once they make it so that everyone trades it on exchanges, all right, they know that it can inflate its value on the exchange. So that's why all these whales are buying up and storing all their crypto into wallets, because they know at some point when they hit it onto the exchanges, they're gonna start creating mechanisms where they can actually earn a revenue by the simple transaction of trading it on certain exchanges. Right? It's a big thing, man. I'm telling you now. There you go. That's valid as well. That is very valid. You know, institutions also have to keep assets on the books for tax reasons. There you go. No worries, man. I'll check that message out. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Mike? Live stream one. Thank you very much, my friend. Look, all I'm interested in, right? Hold on the 25th, there's a vector candles that never recovered. I hope that does not mean we want to. Listen, Talk Jones, let me tell you something about the vector candles. You look at the vector candles in relation to the time frame. Don't look at the vector candles that you see on the 1 hour time frame and zoom out and look down and you can see there's a vector candle on the 17th of November. It has to be in relation to the time frame that you're trading. All right? Look at the hour time frame here. We've got vector candles on here. The projections channel earlier today said that we would recover these red vector candles. Why? Because price was formulating a base in and around this zone right here. Okay? As long as the vector candles are pretty close and the price shows an element of support and it starts showing a base, then there's a good chance that price is going to come back to that zone. Look at this vector candle right here. Spiked the high. They recovered it. Done. Yeah? Red vector candle, drop, moves away from the 50 EMA, comes up, drops down, vector candle, stopping volume, comes up to the 50, pulls away again, comes back up, recovery of the red vector candles, green vector candle, recovered here, green vector candle right here, slight recovery, it's a very small zone, move out of the zone, move up, move up, move up. They will bring price back down, which the vector recovery sits in and around the 50 EMA. Granted, the 50 EMA will move up with price as it moves up, but as it pulls back, it will start to flatten out and stabilize, which is why vector candle will get recovered at this point. However, it all depends on how they absorb this information in Tokyo, Hong Kong. All right, and then we've got Monday tomorrow where the marketplace will absorb this information. See a retrace to that point, continuation to the upside. All right, this pattern effectively has come into play or is coming into play. We've hit the move up. They've moved out. Now we're waiting for the retrace, continuation to the upside. All right. Can we stop and get fish? Look, I think regulation's going to come in when they've worked out a way to effectively... What will be interesting is because there are some... Right. Look at Forex. In certain countries, you can't get taxed on your earnings in Forex. All right? On this platform, when you download MT4, if you want these indicators and you are new to this, guys, go into the video description and you'll have everything that you need. Download MT4 and then go into the Discord and you can download the indicators free of charge as well. Open an account with MT4. It's free of charge to do so. If you want to trade on here, you can trade on here. You don't get charged to trade Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's got Link, Dot, XRP. It has Litecoin, Ethereum, the start and XLM, Link and Dot. Yeah, Peercoin, EOS, EMC, whatever. Anyway. When you trade on this platform, you don't actually buy any cryptocurrency because it's contracts for difference. You are trading for the value of it at this point in time. All right? You're not doing anything else. Okay? It's not like Binance where you get charged to place a limit order or market order. You have a spread, and the spread is very small on Bitcoin right now. All right? They've managed to reduce the spreads because if you listen to the streams previously, these platforms are missing out on the liquidity that Binance are making, Bybit and Femex and any other cryptocurrency exchange. All right. So now they're making it, they're trying to induce traders to come and use their platform. But with this platform, it's an electronic central network. All right. So you're getting pretty much the same price feed as what the banks would be getting, but there's a little bit of a time delay. All right, and that time delay is because I don't think you'd be interested in paying like 50, 60 grand a month for the true price before everyone else gets it. All right. So when you're trading on this platform, you're just using hard fiat currency to enter. You buy a certain amount of contracts, and if you sell now at 38,815 and price goes down to 38,186, the difference in price is what you earn. Close your trade, instantaneous, open and close, done, finished. Happy days. All right? That's the cool thing about it. Let's have a conversation about Ethereum. What can we say about Ethereum? See, the thing is, Ethereum's only doing exactly what Bitcoin's doing. All right. The fractional disparity is what Bitcoin is doing, which is going to mimic what Ethereum's going to do. Ethereum is broken above the 200 EMA, all right, on the hourly, which is the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, which is important, all right? But we are going to see a recovery of this vector. Price will come back down towards the psychological high. My advice to you is this. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, come back to this stream, watch it, and then look at what price has done so you can understand the concepts that I'm discussing. Zlatan, each time frame is different, okay? But notice how they've just come straight up on the 1-hour time frame, hit the 50, hit the 200 as well. All right? It's a very volatile move. We are expecting a move back down. Fast move up, fast move down. All right? They will use Monday as a false move week beginning, bring price down a little bit, and then Tuesday we should see the continuation to the upside. We've got various zones of support. We've got the pivot point right here, and we've got the psychological high. We've got 5 EMA and the 13 EMA. The 13 EMA has crossed over on the 1-hour time frame on the 50 EMA, which is cool. We need that to happen. So we're going to expect a little bit of a retrace, and then we'll see the continuation back up. Tuesday, we will know where we stand. Unfortunately, Drew, you can't, but they are going to start listing altcoins, believe me. All right, then. 10 o'clock, my time, GMT. My time, GMT. 10 p.m. I'll tell you what, you only really want to focus on coins, you know, where the money's at, guys. That's my honest opinion. You know, focus on where the money's at. Right now, the money's on Bitcoin. All right. So when Bitcoin retraces, 9 times out of 10, Ethereum's going to do the same thing. That's the fractional disparity that we're witnessing right now. All right. So listen, guys, I'm going to love you, leave you. Okay. It's been a pleasure sitting with you all. All right. I'm going to let you guys continue with your day. All right. But if you are new, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I hope you've learned something from this stream. Okay. Tomorrow is Monday, the false move week beginning. Go back and watch the projections channel today, the video that we put up for the weekly review. Go and watch last week's streams to help you understand why this move has played out. How many confluences can you generate from this play out? That's what I need you guys to understand. Because the power of projection is the secret. That's the secret to understanding this game. To draw out on the chart where you think price will go. So, right, I'm thinking, okay, prices rise. I say, there you go. It's a nice little rise there. I'm waiting for a retrace, continuation to the upside. All right, that's what I'm waiting for it to do. If this play comes into fruition, it means you've understood something. Everything that I've been discussing now, if it comes into play, it means we understand their intentions. Now, their intentions are only going to repeat over and over again. Why? Because their business model is simple. Okay, follow fear and greed. That's what they do. They induce it and people follow it. And that's how they make their moves. Our job as traders is to follow the market makers. All right. That's all we need to do. They are available in plain sight. Their moves are clear as day to the trained eye. All right. So go and be about with your families, guys. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you all. I've got nothing but love and respect for everybody passing through and you giving me your time. All right? Go and enjoy yourselves, guys. And I will be speaking to you on Tuesday. Mad love and respect. All right? Take care of yourselves, guys. See you in a bit. Every 12 months we do it again.